I am here today with some special guests. We have Ragland in the studios, a little Americana band. You guys are from Pryor, right? Like
That's
small
correct.
town, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He's from like everywhere. I lived in Pryor for like 18 years.
I
So
went to
now
school
we
in
live
Pryor
in
for a little bit.
yeah. Now we live in Tahlequah. So
Do you guys like because Tahlequah is kind of it's not very like small town like Pryor, but it kind of still is.
Yeah, it is to a
Yeah.
point. It's probably like twice as big as Pryor, but the good thing about Tahlequah is it's so like
it's artsy
artsy. It's like if
Yeah.
Austin had like a miniature version
of
in
itself
Oklahoma.
in Oklahoma.
That's what it is, like or
Yeah.
Portland or something.
Yeah.
That's what Tahlequah is. It's like there's a huge music scene, art scene there, and
Mhm.
so it's just weird. It's a weird town.
Mhm.
So.
In Murphy's Law, which was your latest release, there seems to be more of a country sound
Mhm.
compared to Wimberley whenever I listen to it. Was that really a change of style reflecting like the direction that Ragland is going, or was that something that was kind of already there? Because you guys are an Americana band, and I can kind of still hear that in Wimberley,
Mhm.
but it definitely sounds a little more country.
I think it was more to do with like, but whenever Wimberley was recorded, like we had another guitarist in the band that was very like, rock and roll driven.
Yeah, a lot of our last album had to do with like we had 5 people in the band, and it was based off of everybody's input. And so, I mean, country music is what I've always wanted to do, like country Americana, Red Dirt, whatever. I think that this album, it just kind of happened naturally because it was just me and him. That's the only influences we had to go off of, not other people. So
Yeah, they just it had a lot to do with who was writing and stuff. It didn't. I mean, because it's weird. The first album, just so you know, which was like almost 4 years ago, it was. A lot of that was, a lot more Americana and stuff, and you can hear like the switch between that going to like this indie rock kind of thing, and then kind of
Yeah.
like going back to like Americana, but like the Murphy's Law is a lot of really traditional instruments, has a lot
Yeah.
of fiddle and banjo and that kind of stuff. So, and we wanted to go that way with it too. We wanted
Yeah.
it to sound very like traditional Texas country, Red Dirt.
You guys have been on plenty of tours, or at least a national tour, and you guys are about to go on another tour. In fact, by the time that people are hearing this, you guys will be on your Tornado Alley
yeah.
tour.
We think we're pretty clever coming up with that.
He came up with that. I didn't. I said, hey, that's a pretty good idea.
It's literally Tornado Alley
Yeah.
because you guys are going to be here in Oklahoma and Kansas and Texas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're missing
Yeah.
a few like dates in Nebraska, but we'll get up there. But we thought it was pretty clever. So
That is pretty clever. That's a good name. It was a really good name for the tour. So what have you guys been the most excited for in the preparation for this?
That's a question for you. I'm so bad at touring.
hey, Autumn's.
I
bad
like
at
going
it.
into the studio. I like writing, and I like playing the shows with the driving and all that stuff. I suck at
I think
it,
Autumn's
so.
the most excited about the fancy hotels.
I do. I like staying in cool hotels.
Yeah,
I like
she's
eating.
excited about the water pressure in the hotels.
Yes, our shower and at our apartment sucks. So I love the water pressure in the showers. I like eating new food. That's cool.
I'm excited the most, and it sounds really nerdy, but I'm excited the most about just like if we're like traveling on the road and it's like 3 a.m. and Autumn's dead asleep and I'm like listening to like music or NPR and I just have that time by myself. Just like, and I'm like on the road and I'm like, cool, I got like 200 miles left to go. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I know people expect us to be like, oh, we're excited to play the shows and meet the people, which we are, but like there's a lot of little things that we like about
that we
touring.
don't get about,
Yeah, that you don't get when we play shows at home too. So we kind of get that same thing everywhere we go, but there's other little special things we get to do when we're
But
touring.
we're excited about like all the shows, a lot of the venues we've been to before, and a lot of the venues we haven't been to. There's kind of some new ones, but I would say every show is going to be really good, especially like the tour starts and ends around home. The last one's in Tahlequah, and that's with our friends Doc Phil, so that one's going to be cool.
Yeah.
We're excited about every bit of it.
Yeah.
So even the things that most people wouldn't be.
We
excited
told you the
about.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. I feel like every time that I go to your upcoming events page on Facebook, it's just like show after show after show.
That's all we know how to do.
He tries to run me into the ground because he books everything, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do all that. We did like 4 shows in 2 days a little while back, and I was like dead at the end of that weekend. So yeah, we're always.
It turns out to be
Yeah.
like 150 to 200 shows a year. So
Yeah, we have to though. Like we went like a week without playing like a show, and we went and played a show in like Arkansas, and we were like, wow, we suck. So it's
You
good.
get out of the groove, so
Yeah,
you have to
it's good
stay
to keep
in it, you
going.
know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like forgetting chords. I was like, what is wrong
Yeah.
with me? We only not off the road for 6 days. So.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite place to play so far?
I mean, we have, there's a lot of smaller venues that we like to play, like they always kind of treat us like family, but the coolest show that we've played was the Canes,
Yeah, the
for
Canes.
sure.
That was, because I mean, around here, like, when you grow up in like the 918 music scene or whatever, like to play the Canes was
Yeah.
was crazy. And whenever like we got like confirmed to like headline like our first show there, we were like, is this real?
Yeah, well, because like a lot of times it's, you know, you get booked through a booking agency to play there, and then, you know, most people just, you know, they're already big enough to they just sell the tickets without really having to do
Yeah.
anything. But we like worked our butts off, and, you know, we built up all the connections on our own for it.
Yeah, yeah. The Canes, that was what I can't even believe that you guys had such a great show, because it was like packed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
it was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
They told us that we were the highest selling local band they've had there in the last like 10 or 15 years. So
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was a pretty big accomplishment for us.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
So
That's
we're so
super cool.
talkative today. Wow.
It's
We're
the
usually
coffee.
never this
It's the
talkative.
coffee.
Sorry for talking your ear off.
No, that's great. That's great. Murphy's Law was a recent release,
Mhm.
but have you guys been working on new music since
Oh,
that
yeah.
came out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Murphy's Law is weird because like we were just talking about the Canes, but like when we played there, it was the end of the Wimberley album release tour, and but Wimberley was such a long process,
Oh, yeah.
like recording it and touring and booking the national tour and everything. So like by the time that
that
the
cycle
whole
was
entire
over.
record cycle was over, like whenever
We were already
going
tired
into,
with it.
Yeah, and we'd already written like the next album pretty much, and then
Well, I'm still working on some stuff.
yeah. And so a full length will be out probably in next year is what we're
the
saying to
beginning
people.
of next year.
Yeah, and like but we had 5 songs recorded off of it already that we had kind of
Mm-hmm.
went in and done, and then so we talked to like our people and we're like, hey, we're just gonna put out this like EP, and then that can turn into a full length later, and then
Yeah.
we got the green light on that, so we put
So-
out 2 records in a year.
Yeah,
pretty
we'll
much.
probably have like 7 more added to Murphy's Law. Like this is just a condensed version of Murphy's Law. There will be a full length Murphy's Law, and it'll have about 7 more songs on it. So
So I'm pretty stoked about it.
we've got about
Awesome.
most of those done. I'm slacking. I need to finish them.
Yeah, we go back and record it like November.
Yeah.
Mid-November.
So yeah, I really need to work on myself. Constant reminder.
Well, sweet. That's exciting that we're going to get to hear more of Murphy's Law, like a longer album. That's
Yeah.
going to be really exciting. Well, awesome. Do you guys have anything that you guys want to plug or announce?
Man, the coffee was due to Sunrise Donuts in Tahlequah.
Oh my
Because
god.
I can feel it.
Their coffee's great.
Yeah, the Tornado Alley Tour, even though this probably is going to be airing during the time, the Tornado Alley Tour is, I mean, it's going to be like all over Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. So, I mean, the dates are all online. If, come out to any shows and stuff. And we'd
Yeah,
love to
definitely. We
hang
love
out
it
and
when
meet
people
you.
come out to shows. We want to meet you and like hang out. I swear we're pretty good live.
We're decent.
Pretty decent.
We're,
Decent
and at
best.
night I sound better. So if I don't sound good now, just know I sound better at night.
When you're more awake.
Yes. When I've done more during the day.
Well, thank you, Sam and Autumn, for coming in and talking to us today about your music and tour and all of that good stuff.
No problem.
I promise you half of the time you're not on my mind. Got better things to do than listen to you try to change with our seasons instead of playing alone. You can try and reason, so I miss you when you're gone. And I can find the footsteps but I can't find the words. So I can't walk the walk, talk the talk, if there's no way to learn. I'm not interested in stories if I can't tell you mine. I'm burning in your glory. Well, you are doing fine, and I can find the footsteps, but I can't find the words. So I can't walk the walk, talk the talk, if there's no way to learn. Someday it's gonna run out, might give it down, and maybe not, but I still think we could have been something, and I can find the footsteps, but I can't find the words. So I can't walk the walk, talk the talk, if there's no way, there's no way I can find the footsteps, but I can't find the words, no. So I can't walk the walk, talk the talk, if there's no way to learn.